So Srila Prabhupada came to the West to spread the mission of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, great devotee of Lord Chaitanya, said, Vairagya Vijja Nija Bhakti-yoga Shiksharsham Eku Purusha Purana Sri Krishna Chaitanya Sharira Dari Kripambudir Yasva Maham Prapadye. The Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya realized that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is none other than Krishna, who appeared in Dwapara Yuga, and now in Kali Yuga he appears in the mood of a devotee of Radharani. He appears as a devotee, Krishna Varnam Tvisha Krishna, Sangopangascha Parshadam, Yagyai Sankirtani Prahir Yajantihi Shumedasha. So in this age of Kali, the process for developing our love of God, the process for self-realization, Atato Brahma Jigyasa, is Kirtanad Eva Krishnasya Mukta Sangha Parambhajat, simply chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We don't have to do tapasya like Dhruva Maharaj. He did 10,000 years tapasya. Can you do that? Stop breathing, only eating leaves. Krita Yad Dayato Vishnu, meditating on Vishnu for thousands of years. Tretayam, Yajanam Makai, and Treta Yuga, big yagya, so much money costing, and doing Asvamedha Yagya, Rajasuya, different yagya is not possible in this age. And then Dvapara Paricharyayam, even deity worship is it's important, but most important is Kalarya Dari Kirtanat. In Kali Yuga, the yagya is simply the chanting of the names of God. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. So Gauranga Mahaprabhu, when he comes with his associates. So Rupa Sanatan, Jiva, Raghunath Das, Raghunath Bhatta, and Gopal Bhatta. These are great, actually, devotees in the spiritual world. Rupa Goswami is referred in the Gaur Ganodisha Dipika by Kavi Karnapurna, the son of Shivananda Sena. He's a great Kavi. The Rupa Goswami is mentioned that he is Rupa Manjari, the close and confidential assistant of Srimati Radharani. So, somehow or other, these great Goswamis, these Manjaris, assistants of Radharani, Sanatan Goswami is known as Lava Manjari. Like this, most of these great devotees are Manjaris, or assistants of Radharani. Even Ramananda Roy, he came and he was a great government servant of Maharaj Prataparudra, but he's considered to be a combination of Arjuna and Vishaka. So two great souls in one body. This kind of mystic. And then Swarup Damodar, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's assistant, he's known to be Lalita Shaki. Oops. So these great personalities, where did they come? They came to Bharat Bhumi, to this place. They came actually not only Bharat Bhumi, but Bengal. And not only Bengal, they came to Nadia. And Lord Balaram, he is Lord Nityananda, comes as Nityananda. He appears in Ekachakra, not far from here. Advaitacharya, he's lived in Shantipura. These are actually spiritual places. They're extensions of the spiritual world. Advaitacharya is Shadashiva. Karanadaksha Vishnu, when he comes into the Ekachakra Vibhuti, when he comes into the material halo, he transforms into Sadashiva. And Advaitacharya is none other than this Sadashiva. So Rupa Goswami is known as the father of devotional service. And he wrote 100,000 shlokas. And one of his most important books for new devotees is the Nectar of Instruction. In there, it describes how to avoid certain anarthas, unwanted habits. Atyahara prayashascha prajalpaniyamagraha jana sangas chalolyam cha sadbir bhaktir pranashyati. The second verse, Atyahara. So of course, devotees, we eat prasadam. We offer foodstuffs to Krishna. Istan bogan hivo deva tardatana pradayebhyo. In the 3rd chapter, Krishna says everything, and then again in the 7th chapter, patram pushpam palam. So everything that Krishna likes, we offer to him. So of course we know, although when I was traveling in Bengal in 1986 on Padayatra, we had to preach to everyone. No, don't eat fish. Fall, jal ki fall, fall something. Huh? No, don't eat fish. It's not jal fall. It's not a fall of the jal. Like that. So we saw the enthusiasm in Bengal compared to Andhra Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh. Padayatra in West Bengal was most ecstatic people, most enthusiasm. More people, thousands of people were coming every night in the village, all the villages. So that's because Gauranga Mahaprabhu was here 540 years ago with his associates. Murari Gupta, who is none other than Hanuman, his house is just nearby. Srivas Angam, Srivas is Narada Muni. His house is very nearby. So Narada Muni himself comes to participate in Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement. Hanuman comes, and he's worshipping Lord Ram with his Jai Shri Ram. And he's also assisting Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his pastimes, Murari Gupta. So all great personalities. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he appears as in a high Brahmin family. He is Brihaspati, the demigod, the sage, the guru of all Indra and all the demigods, Vayu and Varuna and Agni and Chandra and all the demigods. The guru with Brihaspati comes as Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. So we have great hope and a great heritage, and all these great personalities, they appeared right here in this area. It's a very auspicious. And now we have to take Bharat Bhumite Manusya Janma Hoy, Janma Sartakakara, Parakara Upakara. So Prabhupada, one Bengali, he got on a cargo boat. His Guru Maharaj, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, he said, go outside of India. And now they're trying to get Swaraj, and they're dealing with nationalism, all these upadis. Sarvopadi vinirmuktam tatparat vena nirmalam rishikena sevanam bhaktir uttama. Bhakti transcends nationalism, all the upadis. This Marxism, capitalism, nationalism, it's all Maya. So Bhaktisiddhanta told Prabhupada in Ultadanga in Calcutta, a place called Ultadanga, that don't worry about nationalism, politics. People come and go, leaders come and go. Yesham kupata destrinam patatam tamasi iyadaya. These politicians, they're leading people into the darkest places, tamasa. Yeshwadadana vachaste vai all the people put their faith in all these politicians and materialistic leaders. Yajanti ashma plavaeva. People who put faith in blind people, it's like accepting a captain of a boat. They get on the boat and then they find out the boat is made of ashma plava, made of stone. What happens, stone boat? It just sinks. So in Kali Yuga, Prayana Parisha Shabda Kalar Asmin Yuge Janaha Mandu Sumanda Mataya. People have no brain. They're just using their brain for materialism, and Prabhupada said their brain is full of stool. So Prabhupada went to America because everyone wants to go be like America. Then people go to America. Prabhupada went to America. He saw everyone is under Rajagun, Tamagun. No Sattvagun. Very small Sattvagun. Only Rajagun. What is Rajagun? Loba pravitim aramba karmana ashama spriya. Just hungry for material possessions. Nicer car, bigger car. Like jets, big house, all this. What is the use? Ahara nija bhaya maitunya. Simply eating, sleeping like animals, right? Dvipada pashu. They're two-legged animals, right? Swavidvara hostrakaraya samsruta purusha pashu. Nayat karna pato peto jatu nama gadagaja. If they're not glorifying Krishna, then they're simply like dogs, hogs, asses, and camels. This is Sukadeva Goswami. You look very nice, you have a nice dress, you wear gold, you're wearing so much gold and diamonds, but you're nothing but a dog or a hog, an ass or a camel. If you don't take up the spiritual knowledge, atato brahma, to know who I am. Jivera sort of point nityar Krishna das. That the jiva, the atma, is simply an eternal servant of God. And if you don't know this, then chintam parimeyam cha pralayantam upashi. They will simply be full of anxiety. Krishna tells Arjuna that their mind of the demoniac or materialist is full of anxiety. Chintam parimeyam cha pralayantam. They simply want to enjoy till the end of life the indriya bhog, right? But Krishna says in the 18th chapter, Yatar agre vishameva no. Yatar agre mitopamam pariname vishameva. That sense pleasure in the beginning is very sweet. You know, oh, very sweet, nice non-veg, smoking. I see in Calcutta so many young people smoking now, even girls associating with boys. This is complete illusions. So yatar agre mitopamam is very sweet in the beginning. Sense pleasure, you know, non-veg, restaurant, drink some alcohol, smoking. Pariname vishameva becomes like visha, like poison, becomes poison. So Prabhupada said, like man and woman, they come together, they say, oh, I'm in love. There is no love there, simply calm, simply indriya bhog. And so after a few months, maybe a few years, then there's separation, divorce. So this is going on in the Western materialistic means asuri bhavam, demonic. Everyone is blind leading the blind. Nate vidu? Huh? Nate vidu suragata? Nate vidu? Suragana, how's that go? Andar yutandar upaniyamana tipushi nate vidur. How's that go? It's a very easy verse, but somehow I forgot it. Nate vidu, that they don't know that the goal of life is Lord Vishnu. The goal of human life is how to understand the relationship Sambandha with the Supreme Lord Vishnu. And therefore, Andarya Tandar, blind leading the blind, they're simply going into darkness. Andarya Tandar Paniyamanas. Tipishi Tantriya Urugandikata. simply going into the darkness of animal life. Yata pralinas tamasa, that at the time of death, mudho jonisu jayate, that a person who dies in the mode of ignorance, eating cow's flesh, eating goat flesh, smoking, drinking, all this is tamagun. Then at the time of death, he has to take birth in the animal kingdom. And before that, Kapila Dev explains how the materialistic person is dragged from his body with the soul and the mind and taken down the road to Lord Yamaraj. Ahani ahani bhutani gachantiya yamalayam. Shesha stavram ichanti kimataram achacharyam taparam. Means Yudhisthira Maharaj told Yamaraj in Mahabharata that the greatest wonder in the world is ahani ahani bhutani. Every step by step, everyone's moving towards the court of Lord Yamaraj. But everyone is thinking, oh no, not me. Not me, no, I won't go there. But in the Bhagavatam it describes that there are witnesses. We're witnessing everything we do. The sun, the moon, the 10 directions, fire. These are all witnessing every sinful activity we do. This is described by Kapila Dev. And therefore, at the time of death, Lord Yamaraj, his assistant, okay, oh boy, you're in trouble. Big trouble. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Patita Pavana Hetu Tava Avatar, Mosamo Patita Prabhu Napai Bihar. He is feeling so much compassion. Patita Pavan, they're so miserable. Everyone is agitated, everyone is suffering. People are suffering, they have no idea how to become peaceful, how to become happy. Oh, Bhagavad Gita, no. My mother, she used to read, my grandmother. No, I'm a young man. I'm IT engineer. I go to America, England, I make lots of money, then I'll be happy. Nayam deho deha bhajam riloke kastan kaman arhete vidbhujamye. Rishabhadev tells his sons, don't work hard like an animal, like a donkey, just to get the pleasure that's available to those animals that eat stool, the pigs. Don't be a pig. Kastan kamanarti vid bhujam, vid, pigs. One should follow in the footsteps of the Mahatmas. Mahat sevam dwaram ahur vimuktes tamo dwaram yoshita shangi shangam. One should associate with devotees of the Lord. Those are the real Mahatmas. Mahatmanas tumam parta daivim prakritim ashritaha. The real Mahatma is devotee of the Lord, not the Mayavadi. The Sankaracharya, oh soul, God, it's the same. If the soul is unhappy, God is unhappy. This is their foolish philosophy. If God is unhappy, if soul is unhappy, God is unhappy. What kind of nonsense is that? Krishna says in the 17th chapter, Doimo purusho loke, sharam aksham evacha, sharam sarvani bhutani kutash. That the two types of living beings, two souls, the one who is Nitya Siddha and the one who is Nitya Bada. Yasmat sharam atito aham aksham apichotamaha atosmi loke vedecha pratishta purushotamaha. He says beyond these two, above these two, it's said in the Vedas and throughout the whole universe that I, Krishna, am the Purushottam, the Supreme Person, the highest person. Krishna is not influenced by the miseries of this material world. Right? So, he comes as Lord Chaitanya and he's simply concerned how to deliver the fallen souls. That is our business. First, we become Krishna conscious. So Upadeshamrita describes, Lord Chaitanya also says, Yare deke tare kaha, Krishna Upadesh, Amara Gyana Guru Hana Eda. Wherever you go, instruct the person on the science of Krishna. That means we give up, right? Adoshada tata sadhu sangha tato bhajana kriya sat tata anartha nivriti sat tato nishta tata ruchi. That it starts with sadhu sangha. And sadhu sangha means asat sangha tyage vaisham. Give up the association of materialistic people. You know, people I see when I go to people, everyone watching cricket. It's just a waste of time watching cricket. So much money on cricket. Simply people wasting time. So when we become devotees, then we give up this kind of association, and we associate devotees and bhajana kriya. Then we start chanting the holy names of the Lord. Satatam kirtayantam mam, always glorifying Krishna. Srila Prabhupada has given us Srimad Bhagavatam. So Krishna's devotees, it's all, if you're hearing the pastimes of Dhruva Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Bali Maharaj, or Krishna killing Shishupal, or Krishna, Balaram killing Rukmi, these are all very transcendental, and therefore the heart becomes purified. Punya kirtana shavana, vidyanta stoya bhadrani, vidanoti sritsatam. So by chanting the names of God, Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha, Puno Shuddho Nityo Mukto Binadvan Nama Namine. So Krishna lifting Govardhan Hill or killing Putana is the same as when we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna is dancing on our tongue when we chant, but unfortunately we have some jaundice. We don't taste. You know, Kripanidhi Goswami says, certainly your heart is steel frame if while chanting the holy name, Pulakarna Chitava, your hairs don't stand on end. Pulakarna Chitam, that verse, that your hair do not stand on end. Chakshusha Pravisha, your eyes don't water when you're chanting the holy name of Krishna. So we have some jaundice. But by chanting more and more, we become first nishtha, we become fixed. We develop a desire to chant the holy name. If we don't chant the holy name, we feel, I feel empty inside. So we develop that taste for chanting the holy name every day, glorifying Krishna. And then slowly we develop ruchi. Ruchi means suddenly we taste the nectar of the holy name. Tavakatamritam tapta jivanam. The holy name is full of amrit, full of nectar. So it takes some time. When you have jaundice, you can't taste sugarcane juice. But slowly it's there, just utsaha nisyat deryat tat tat karma pravartanat. You have to be enthusiastic. How many of us will go back to Godhead in one lifetime? I'm not sure. But it's very, very difficult path, this path. But nisyayat, we have to be patient, enthusiastic, and of course determined. Dridhavrataha, right? Mahatmanastu mamparta daivam prakritim ashritaha. How the verse? Satatam kirtayantam mam yatantascha dridhavrataha. That we glorify the Lord constantly with determination, because this mind has been living with us for millions and millions and millions of births and deaths. You know, Narottam Das Thakur said, I ate mucus, I ate stones as a bird. Maybe I was in the Swargaloka also. Up and down, Brahmanda Brahmite Kona Bhagyavan Jeev. Guru Krishna Prasade Poi, Bhakti Lata Beach. So now we have the Bhakti Lata. The devotees, they've gone all over India, Bengal, and they're giving, here, take the Bhakti beach, take the beach. And then you plant the beach and now you water it. But you have to protect the creeper has to be protected. Therefore, atyahara prayashascha prajalpa niyamagraha. Prajalpa, politics, cricket, soccer, Bollywood, this is all prajalpa. So the mind, how's that? Atma prasada, shomyadvam, monam atma vinigraha. These, Krishna tells Arjuna, the austerity of the mind, mana tapasam uchite, is to keep the mind peaceful. Don't agitate the mind with rajagun. And shomyadvam, don't pretend to be what you're not. Be honest. Prabhupada said, no duality. Oh, I'm such a nice devotee, but I don't like this devotee. No, mine is shomyat, means duplicity. Oh yes, I joined ISKCON, but I want to be sannyasi and then GBC and then guru. Then I'll be very happy. Pratishta. Mine wants some followers, some janam, right? And it's kind of subtle enjoyment, subtle sense gratification. Oh, if I take sannyas, people will, Jai Maharaj. No, you can't get the mercy of Lord Radharani or Lord Nityananda like this. Lord Chaitanya, he said, Trinadapi, he told Haridas Thakur that you chant the holy name, but you string it on the string of this verse. Trinadapi sunechena toror eva sahishnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sadai. Amanina manadena, I am the servant of all the Vaishnavas, of everyone. I'm even the servant of the non-devotees, because here, take Krishna. I'm giving you Krishna. I'm serving you. Prabhupada said the highest service to your family is to become Krishna conscious. All your family members will benefit. Prahlad Maharaj was told by Nrsingadev, 21 generations, forward and backwards, they all get to go back to Vaikuntha. Krishna is so merciful. Even Putana was sent by Kamsa. Kill that boy, kill him. And Putana is nursing Krishna, and Krishna closes his eyes, sucks her soul out of her body. And then he said, oh, because she was like my mom, she can go to Goloka Vrindavan and help Mother Yashoda in Goloka Vrindavan. So merciful. She came to kill him. Lord Indra, he also tried to kill all the Brijbasis. Right? He's angry. Why you don't serve me? So even devotees, they get some ahankar. Lord Dambo Darpo, this is Lord Indra. He's so proud. Why they're not worshipping me? So he sent Samvartaka cloud. Samvartaka means time of devastation. The whole universe fills up with water. Everyone's drowned for the night of Brahma. 4,300,000,000 years. One night of Brahma. And then Surabi cow came. Lord Brahma sent the Surabi cow. Please forgive Indra. Indra is a very bad boy. Naughty boy. Tried to kill the inhabitants of tried to kill all the inhabitants of Vrindavan. And Krishna just, okay, now I have to lift Govardhan Hill. So he lifted Govardhan Hill, saved them. And then Indra, oh, I'm so offensive. I committed such great offense. But so Surabi, Krishna loves the cows. So first Surabi went there and begged Krishna, please forgive. So some devotees, when we associate with each other, we also want to help each other. Dadati pratigrinati guyam akiti prachati. Means that our pairs, we have to ask and give advice and take advice. Give Mahaprasad and take Mahaprasad. Bhunte bonjayate chaiva. We have to engage with devotees in a mood of affection and love. Then we can make spiritual advancement. Otherwise, sadhu nishta. If we offend the devotees, then aparad. Radharani is not pleased. Appa Radharani. Radharani is the gatekeeper to the house of bhakti. We all want to get into the house of bhakti. That means when we're chanting Hare Krishna, we actually realize the nectar of Krishna. This is Raga Bhakti. Now we're chanting Hare Krishna. It's called the middle stage. The middle stage. The how do you say? Namabas. It's a Namabas stage. So in that stage, we're chanting, but when we attain Sudhanam, Vishuddhanam, then we are entering the house of bhakti, pure devotion. Advaita Sarvabhutanam, no more envy, no more material desires, no more pratishta, no more jiva, kutinati, sometimes fault finding. Oh, look at this devotee. I saw him. He put his bead bag on the floor. Rascal. And the devotee makes some mistakes. So we can't always criticize devotees. It's very dangerous. So in the Radharani, she's always watching. When will you feel yourself lowered in the straw on the street and tolerate? Right? Yasmin no dvijite loko, lokan no dvijite chaya. In that verse in the 12th chapter, Krishna tells Arjuna that you don't cause anxiety to anyone, but if someone abuses you, say, thank you, Prabhu. That's the challenge. That's the hard one. Oh, I don't abuse anyone. I don't, agitate anyone's mind. Someone agitates my mind. I want revenge. No. Yudhisthira Maharaj, you see that he forgave even his uncle Dhritarashtra, who was, conspiring how to kill my nephews. I'm going to kill them. Okay, Duryodhana, you make a house of shellac. Oh, you give some poison cake. Oh, okay, you cheat in the gambling match. Cheat them, no problem. I want my son to be the ruler of the entire world, like this. And still, Yudhisthira Maharaj kept him after the battle, kept him his uncle, Dhritarashtra. So this is Ajata Shatrava, one who has no enemy. Titikshava Kunika Surida Sarvadeinam, Ajata Shatrava Sadavam. This is very important. Okay, someone abused me, someone doesn't like me. I don't. No. I think Krishna now is giving me the test. I joined ISKCON. It is not perfect. This is not perfect. We're trying our best. So we have to tolerate and see that Krishna is sending me, this devotee, to abuse me. Or someone, I'm preaching and someone comes, and especially in the West, when we're distributing books, people phone, they hate Hare Krishna. Christian people, they hate. So they phone police. All the time, police arrest, Okay, Krishna's mercy. Vipada Shantuta Shashvat Tatrutatsva Dujat Guru. Bhavato Darshanam Yadsad Apanar Bhavadar. Queen Kunti, bring more problems. Then I have to depend on Krishna. Like that. Tatenu kampam shishamiksamano bunjani vatmakritam vipakam. Rigvag vapubir vidadan namaste. Jiveti yo mukti pade sadayavad. Rupa Goswami says, devotees constantly getting so many different, Maya is throwing all her weapons at devotees, This astra. So many astras coming our way. Oh, no, look, you have an opportunity to steal some money from ISKCON. You have an opportunity to enjoy some sense pleasure. You have this opportunity, that opportunity. And Maya is just throwing, even your devotee, Maya is throwing these astras at you. The devotee tolerates abuse, tolerates difficulties. Maybe, we'll suffer in different ways. Disease sometimes comes. But Rupa Goswami said the devotee is always depending on Krishna. And therefore Krishna, when he sees this, then he protects his devotee. Machita sarva durgani mat prasada tarishise. He says, become conscious of me in all situations. All situations, Draupadi, she's fighting Dushashan. He's a Maharati. How a woman can fight Maharati? He's trying to embarrass her, and she's a queen. She's not like, she's a very exalted personality. She's a queen. And Dushashan, I'm going to turn you into a chancha, like loose woman. And finally Draupadi, so angry, but she put her hand up, and she said, Krishna, I surrender. So like that, we have to surrender constantly in the mind, the ego, everything, the intelligence. Sometimes the intelligence, how can I get something out of this? Faulty intelligence, like Prachina Barishat Puranjana in the 4th canto, I believe. Yeah, 4th canto. Prachini Barishat. Narada Muni came and said, you're a descendant of Dhruva. Why are you doing all this karma kanda to get something from the material world? Abrahma bhuvana loko punaravartino arjuna. That the whole world, mamupecha punarjanma dukalayama shashvatam. The world is nothing but misery and temporary. Prachina Barisha, what are you doing? Then he told the story of Puranjana. King Puranjana was trying to enjoy his kingdom, enjoy this world, and his intelligence was represented by a beautiful woman. So your materialistic intelligence, get this, get that, No. Tasmat sarveshu mama nusma yudhyacha maya arpatamano buddhir. Krishna says, use your intelligence and mind in my service. Make a distinction. Is this conducive for my bhakti? Is this going to help my bhakti if I eat too much rasgula? Rasmalai, rasgula. No, I'll control my tongue, right? Once in a while, maybe once a week, or something. Is this good for me if I feel envy towards other devotees? No, it's not good for me. Like this, so the intelligence has to accept only things which are helpful or conducive to my bhakti, to Krishna, and reject those things that are not conducive to my bhakti. So these are various verses and guidelines given by Rupa Goswami in Upadeshamrita that we were reading here. Atyahara prayashascha, over-endeavoring for mundane things, mundane talking. Sometimes we see devotees. One time I was just a young brahmachari, and I came for Prabhupada's disappearance in Vrindavan. Then all of us, we went to Puri. And we were having big kirtan in front of Jagannath temple. They wouldn't allow us in because we were Americans, foreigners. So the pandits came out. They said, you're going to hell. You're wearing chapel while you're chanting Hare Krishna. It's like, we're chanting Hare Krishna. You think Lord Chaitanya, like, he's so happy. No hard and fast rule. But they're cursing. Niyamagraha. Attachment to rules or some rule or regulation, but has no real bearing on your developing your love for Krishna, your prema, or your spiritual advancement. Oh, why are you doing? One time I'm distributing Bhagavad Gitas to a young student, and she said, oh, I can't touch the Gita. It is a sacred book. I shouldn't touch it. I said, you're supposed to read the Gita. What do you mean? So some kind of ideas they have, It doesn't matter. Krishna is a Papa Vidham. He's never touched. Just the sun touches the urine and extracts the water. So we can distribute Bhagavad Gitas anywhere, especially in the West. It's very contaminated. Devotees, we were sometimes traveling throughout America, North America, Canada, US, with so many books that we had to sleep on top of the books in the van. So the devotees called Prabhupada, Prabhupada, these devotees, these brahmacharis, they're sleeping on top of the books. Prabhupada said, they're distributing my books, why are you criticizing? And then he said, and Prabhupada, they're thousands of miles away from the temple. How can they eat? No, they're not getting any prasadam. There's no deity to offer the bhoga. Prabhupada said, rascal, my books are deities. He said, simply take whatever you cook, khichdi, and so on, offer to my books. There's none different from Narayan. He said, my books are the deity. Krishna, every word that Prabhupada writes is embellished with the dust of Krishna's lotus feet. Every time I saw Srila Prabhupada, he said, at the end of Bhagavatam class, Prabhupada would always say something. Mostly he would say, distribute my books, distribute my books, distribute my books. He said, if they touch my books, their lives can become perfect. They don't have to read. Just touch my books, their lives become perfect. So he was asking us all the time that these books are non-different from Krishna. He said, Krishna wrote these books. He said, I'm the instrument, just like Ramananda Roy. He said, Chaitanya, you're just making my tongue speak, right? Like Ramananda Roy said, I'm simply a puppet, So Prabhupada said, Krishna wrote these books. That's why I'm also reading. Prabhupada said, no one reads their own books, but I'm reading because Krishna is telling me what to write. Every morning, 2 in the morning, Prabhupada's getting up and writing. So that is the idea, that these books will change people's lives. I've seen people, they bought a Bhagavatam set. Like just foreign people. I go door to door, And then the wife phoned me when I was in India. She said, my husband, he used to hunt. He was a migrari. He was a hunter. And he loved to eat cow's flesh. She says now, he is like almost vegetarian. And she was crying. She said, you changed our lives. She said, you saved our marriage. And my husband's a changed man. He's on the 8th canto. And he's like studying Bhagavatam. He sold all his guns. He had so many guns. Because in the West, they like to hunt, They buy these very, very, dangerous weapons. And he sold his guns. He stopped hunting. Migari the hunter. Like that. So, miracles, Prabhupada said, the miracles will happen. His book distribution, miracles, miraculous. How people's lives changed. When the Sai Baba was in the West, he had so many followers, bogus leaders, bogus gurus. So he'd make some ash and produce some gold. Oh, magician. And they said, Swamiji, what is your miracle? He said, I've taken these hippies and now they're following the Dharma. They're following the rules and regulations. No illicit sex, no gambling, no meat eating, no intoxication. I mean, everyone you hear about, Tamal Krishna Maharaj, Satsrup Maharaj, Jayapataka Maharaj, Bhavananda Maharaj, we're all just Western hippies taking intoxication. Radhanath Maharaj, his friend, we were close brahmacharis in New Vrindavan. We were smoking ganja before we joined. Prabhupada just changed from hippies to happies. Of course, we were searching, but the brainwash in the West is, simply enjoy your senses until you die. Simply, Isvaraham Maham Bhogi Siddhoham Balavan Sukhi. I'm the greatest bhogi, the greatest enjoyer, like this. So Prabhupada completely transformed us, and all the big religious scholars in the West, big Christians, they came to Prabhupada, famous religious scholars. How you did this thing? You took hippies and, and now they're not even, I said, they don't even drink coffee or tea. He said, can you do that? And many scholars would come to see Prabhupada in the city of Los Angeles, famous big city, very wealthy. And Prabhupada said, yes, these boys and girls, they were rejecting the values of the American way, the American model, the American dream. They rejected, there's no happiness there. He said, can you do it? No, Swamiji, no, we're wondering how these boys, they don't go to the churches, they don't go to the synagogues. How suddenly you made them, what are you feeding them? He said, Prabhupada, I don't even pay them. He said, they gave me their life. American boys and girls, they gave me their life. He said, this is my miracle. This is my miracle. And then he told these professors, I was watching, why don't you surrender? If you see someone that knows God, you should surrender. That's the process. If someone knows more than you, you become their student. And all the professors are like, no, Swamiji, please don't. They don't want to surrender. But that is how the movement started. Srila Prabhupada went there, and Krishna Shakti Vinana Hetara Parvatana. Kalikalara Dharm Harinam Sankirtan. Krishna Shakti Vinana Hetara Parvatana. That he's empowered by the Lord, not an ordinary human being. He's not even an ordinary devotee. He's a Mahabhagavat, Mahashaya. Great devotee to do this. Great accomplishment. Complete world is being changed by this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement, and he empowers different personalities to spread the mission, to spread the Sankirtan movement. So Srila Prabhupada is empowered. When we saw Prabhupada, we were like, how did he get like this? It's like, how did he get like that? You know, we're so amazed by his presence, his powerful presence, although he was always the most humble. He was always the most humble person, but very grave. It's like if you wake up and the sun is in your room. It's like that, you know, you're like kind of shocked, you know, to see a person like that. So all the people that met Srila Prabhupada, they were very impressed by him, very affected by him. Many of them, there was one famous professor, Stilson Judah, University of California. He always came to meet Prabhupada. So recently, one lady, she was buying a book from Devotee in Los Angeles. And her friend said, oh no, don't buy Hare Krishna. Though they're cult, you know, they're a cult. Don't buy. Brainwash. And she was looking at the book and she saw recommendation, Stilson Judah. He wrote a glorification, eulogy of Prabhupada. In the Bhagavad Gita, they're professors. And she remembered that when she was a little girl, she used to play with Stilson Judah's daughter. They were friends in the house of this professor. And in the house, in downstairs, they have a downstairs, he had an altar because he's Christian. He had Jesus on the altar, and he had Prabhupada's picture on the altar also. So he was so impressed by Srila Prabhupada. And Prabhupada said, you Christians, he's still some Jewish Christian, said, the problem is no one's following. That this is the problem, that no one's following the scripture. And Stilson Judah is, I agree, Prabhupada, and no one's following. Maybe one or two people following. Like that. So he was so impressed by Srila Prabhupada that he had worshipping a picture of along with Jesus on the altar. So this lady, she remembered that. Oh, still Sanjuda, very nice man. She said to her friend, don't bother me, I'm buying the Bhagavad Gita. She bought the Bhagavad Gita. Like that. Like that. Thank you very much. I think it's 9:30 now. So please keep chanting Hare Krishna. And keep association of devotees. It's a lifetime commitment, full life. 70, 80 years, 60, 70, 80, 90 maybe. So it's gradual process. Prabhupada said to me, because I was fanatic brahmachari, I said, just run out and force people, take a book, take a book. I was a very fanatic brahmachari. So Prabhupada looked at me one day, said, this is gradual process. Take it slowly, be patient, you won't develop Krishna Prem in 2 or 3 years. Think, oh yeah, I'll do this process. I will see Krishna in a couple of years. I'm going to see Krishna. No. It takes long time. And we have to be very determined and very careful. On the walk to Bhakti Krishna, we have to be very cautious and very honest. Show me Advam. Don't be duplicitous. Try to always be honest with Krishna because He's in our heart, right? Sarvasichaham Vidishani Vishto. He's in your heart watching you. So you can't cheat. Oh, I chanted 12 rounds today. No one knows. Yes, Prabhu, I chanted 16. No cheating. We have that propensity to make mistakes, imperfect senses, always in Maya, and cheating. So many cheaters, they go to the West. I was following this guru, that guru, this Swami, they're all cheating people. But Srila Prabhupada said, I came here only to give, not to take. Said I came to give. He's the real Swami, real guru. Hare Krishna.